Hello all, welcome to this video. I hope you got the essence of the importance of NodeMCU and Arduino. In this video, you'll be shown about the various technical stack we'll be using as a part of the IIIP. Some of them are listed below. First thing will be Tinkercad, which is an online simulation software to simulate various circuits. We'll get to know about Firebase, which is a cloud database developed by Google, and we also do some projects based on ThinkSpeak. Then we'll move forward to use Blink, which is a mobile application using which we can know the status of sensors and control their output too. We'll also use IFTTT, which is if this then that, using which we can trigger a function when another function is encountered. We'll even use Node-RED, which is developed by IBM to unite hardware devices, APIs, and online services. Then we'll use IBM Cloud to deploy the COVID-19 chatbot, and we'll be using IBM Watson Assistant, text-to-speech, and speech-to-text module to be more precise. We understand that building circuits with sensors alone doesn't touch all the 7 layers, so we'll do some projects which will touch all the 7 layers discussed before. The first tool we use to excel ourselves is Tinkercad. See this GIF keenly. So focusing on the bottom part, they are dragging some blocks and inserting some other blocks in spaces. If you observe, the code on the right side is getting updated automatically whenever we drop a block. This is block plus text programming, which is one of the 3 different types of programmings available in Tinkercad, the other being block programming and text programming. That is normal programming which we do on Arduino IDE. So in the GIF, they coded Arduino in such a way that whenever we turn potentiometer and alter the voltage received by Arduino from GPIO pins, then the servo motor turns. In a similar manner, we can operate many other sensors in Tinkercad. Firebase. Firebase is a cloud technology which is used to store data. Data can be saved in 2 different types, that is real-time database and cloud file store. You can see that data is sent from one device being mobile or tablet or a personal computer, to the Firebase, and then it is transferring to other devices from Firestore. So Firebase is simply used as a medium to transport data. We'll use ThinkSpeak Cloud Services for similar uses, which we'll be discussing in the next slide. ThinkSpeak is another cloud storage technology. Using ThinkSpeak, we can plot data as you can see in the image. You'll learn more about ThinkSpeak once you perform a project in IIIP. Before explaining about Blink, I ask you to once see the GIF completely. So in the beginning, we click on Add New Project, which we can add many, and then we'll get an auth token, that is authorization token, to the registered mail, which we need to include in the Arduino code. Then we'll be redirected to a plain surface on which we need to add things like LED, buzzer, command prompt, etc. according to the requirement. But remember, each will have different energies and total energy we get is just 2000 units. Of course, we can buy energy units, but for the free version we'll get only 2000 units for all projects. Here you can see they added a button for 200 units. You can see that there are three different types of pin to select, they being analog, digital and virtual. Analog pins and digital pins are same as discussed before for Arduino and NodeMCU, and virtual pins are pins which are specially introduced for blink only. So if I get an analog sensor value, it will be reflected here, and when a real LED is turned on, the status will be shown. And hence, when we think not to disturb the build circuit, or we are short of pins, or we need a separate pin to deal with data, we can use virtual pins. If we code using virtual pins in Arduino and select virtual pins as shown in GIF, data will be reflected in blink accordingly. So simply, that's how blink works. Let's move on to IFTTT. I ask you to look at the GIF keenly as you did for this blink app. If this then that is a self-explanatory. Here, whenever an incoming mail is detected in the given mailbox, then we can send a message using interface services. Not only interface and email, there are many other services which IFTTT provide, and I hope you saw some of those already in the GIF. Remember, we can use a maximum of 3 IFTTT projects for free. Now, let us move on to Node-RED. I ask you to look at the GIF keenly too. This is the GIF taken from HomeKit, which is a software developed to control devices from smartphone. Here, the GIF can be broken down into three parts. The first one is the place where nodes are connected, where they are given a function in which whenever toggle switch is toggled, we receive a notification or a pop-up. The second part is Node-RED dashboard, which is designed using Node-RED alone. If you remember from the IIIP IoT trailer, I used a red colored dashboard where we chatted with Mayan. So here we toggle switches. So whenever toggle switches, the function return gets activated and the function sends an alert that garage is locked, or sends a pop-up in HomeKit application that Node-RED garage is closed. We don't use HomeKit, but we will use similar pop-ups and alerts from IFTTT and Blink for various applications. This is the IBM Cloud interface. There is something called as catalog that is visible when we log into cloud. There are features, services, software and consulting where we use services of Watson Assistant, Watson Text to Speech and Speech to Text. We'll train and develop the chatbot in Watson Assistant using intents, entities, dialogues, etc. that are important to create a chatbot, and add the touch of speech to text for Watson to understand a voice query and text to speech for chatbot to reply. I hope you are feeling excited to learn all these. Not only these, we'll learn many new things like integrating the chatbot with Facebook, developing a simple chatbot from Arduino IDE itself, and chatting in our WhatsApp, and integrating multiple technical stacks so that we touch all the parts of IoT in a single project itself. We'll do some novel things which are first of their kind and which are not available in the internet till date. Cool, isn't it? So, this is the end of the video. Stay home, stay safe.